Right, so that window cleaner that I filmed the other day, doing the water-fed pole downstairs, I'm going to say he was doing the right thing because he was working longer, harder, slower to get as good results as he possibly could get. So at least he was spending time to try and achieve the best results possible, right? So you can't put him down for that. But the way that I work is I want to get the highest quality results, which everybody should be getting or achieving, and I was, focusing on getting the highest quality effectiveness results over 10 years ago in the least amount of time. That's the caveat of what I do in comparison to the most of the other window cleaners around that you see on YouTube and elsewhere. So what do I need, or what do you need to get to that sort of masterful sort of experience or level of where you can say, well, I'm just, I'm on a level that no other people literally are on. Okay, so when my kids, they do these martial art classes, right, and their sensei teaches them specific maneuvers, because each martial arts is slightly different. They have different either names of punches and kicks, or slightly different positions where they punch and kick. So my kids do karate / kickboxing, and they are taught to kick a certain place, and it's religious. It's like you have to do it this way. There's no compromise. And when they get levels with their grades and they get graded with their belts and stuff, it gets progressively more advanced and more harder to do. But every time it gets harder, you've got that much more experience in being really good at what you do. So really it becomes harder to do, but really it becomes easier to do because you're just getting better and better at your work. And you have to stick religiously to what he teaches you, because that's the rules, okay? And all sports and all sort of disciplines has rules, but window cleaning, there is no rules, right? You can do whatever you want. I just want to focus on being the most productive, the most efficient, but the most effective with my squeegee work. But that's just me. Lots of window cleaners want to work how they want to work, and this is moving on to the differences of window cleaners. So they have this different mindset, right? So I like to say they're either hopeless or useless at their work. And that guy that I filmed the other day, as I said, he was working longer, harder, slower to try and get good results. If he didn't have this hopeless mindset of only sticking to water-fed pole and maybe venturing into using squeegees, and hopefully using the best performing squeegees, he could get a lot more work done because he's got more skill, more advantages to the way that he works, with not just being a sole water-fed pole window cleaner. I'm not a sole water-fed pole window cleaner. I'm not a sole traditional window cleaner. I use both, but mainly I focus on my squeegee work. When I first started window cleaning, I was really bad at my job. I was useless at my job. The hopelessness of window cleaning that is a problem, because they're hopeless because you can't teach them. They don't want to learn. They don't want to listen because they know better. They know best. They've been doing it this way for 15, 20 years, and that makes them good. Years experience doesn't make you good at anything unless you're on the right track and you're doing things at the top of your ability, or you're a master of what you do. Now, what does mastering mean? Well, being really good, I mean next level good. You're on a level that nobody else is on. Not only are you on a level that nobody else can surpass what you're doing, or even do the same things what you're doing, you really enjoy what you're doing. You've got loads of passion, and hopefully in this video this will come across as, I wanted to, because I'm an owner operator, if the job don't get done, I don't get paid. So most window cleaners that I know are just sole traders. So being the best you can be is obviously a very good thing to do, or be, and most window cleaners that I know are nowhere near as good as they can be. So what am I trying to say? So with my kids, there is rules that they have to stick by, and there is no compromise. You either do it or you get out the class, right? You have to do it right. But in window cleaning, there is no rules. But the way my mentality is, and because I knew I was useless and I was eager to learn and get as good as possible to earn as better money than what I was earning currently, I needed to have this no compromise mentality. What do I mean by no compromise? It's anything that's going to hinder me or draw me back or focus on what I'm doing, and I think, is there a better way? Can someone else show me a better way? Or pretty much no one can show me a better way, so I've got to work out myself and just focus on, being the best I can be. Right, so I'm looking for highest quality results in the least amount of time. So 10 or so years ago, I was focused on being effective. Tool and technique, zero detailing, you can only get tool and technique, and once you got there, you can't get any further than that, right? You can't get better than zero detailing, zero mistakes. But what I can focus on is being more productive, more efficient, and effectiveness is at 100%, but efficiency could be better. So the way that I work, I situate with my, let's say, but how did I get there? I got on the right track by someone unknowingly putting me in the right direction. So there's a guy called John Brack that I work sometimes with in the areas that I worked in, and he was a one-handed, one squeegee worker, but he could use his squeegees better than I could. But I had many more tools than he did, and I was using two hands. So I had benefits over him, and he had benefits over me. Now he stayed exactly the same 11 years later, and I have progressed. And I wanted to get as good as I could get, right? And I'm still looking to improve. But all I can focus on is my time now, because my effectiveness is at 100%. That's tool and technique, that's zero detailing. So you can't go past that. So all I can go for is the time it takes to work. So I'm always looking for tips and tricks that's gonna allow my production to become even better. Right, so quickly, before I start cleaning these windows and just describing what I'm doing that other window cleaners are not doing, another window cleaner on YouTube was saying, when I get bored, I change things up. And literally that's it. That's the status of his window cleaning topic. When I'm bored, I change things up. He worked longer, harder, slower, getting less results the first time, and he got bored and he changed his technique, but he's still working longer, harder, slower, and getting less results. What benefit is that to him or anyone watching his video? It's utter rubbish. Okay, it's just a waste of time video that he's put on. So everything I try to explain, I'm not very good at explaining things most of the time. I waffle a lot. I try to do things or say things that literally no one talks about. Because I'm at this master level, right? And literally I don't know anybody at that level of expertise. And what that really encounters is, you're really excited. It's really exciting to do work as a window cleaner, what I find, because I'm always looking to cut down time, keep the quality, but get the job done as quick as possible. Literally listening to nobody else. If I was listening to all these window cleaners that suggest this, suggest that, this tool, that tool, this technique, that technique, this solution, that solution, that soap, whatever, or all the thousands of window cleaners that complained that this tool is crap to use, then I won't ever be at the level that I'm at right now. So, starting off with my mentality, I was a useless window cleaner, and I become a master window cleaner. There is no hope for hopeless window cleaners. What is the problem with these hopeless window cleaners? They're limited because they will not listen. They will not want to change anything. Years experience doesn't make you good at your job. And it's this egotistical nature that I find most window cleaners have that hinders everything they do. I'm looking to get anything that's going to hinder me out of my way, right? So I'm going to use a saturated washer. I'm going to rub this soap in. I'm going to wash this window once. I'm not going to use a combination tool. I'm not going to use any other squeegee tool other than the best performing squeegee tool for this best performing soap solution. And I'm going to put the tool in the right place at the right time. Once I'm using two hands, I've got my belt set up specifically for me to work in the quickest amount of time. I'll put my bucket on the belt on the left side because I'm a right-handed window cleaner, and I'm literally doing everything differently to what all these other window cleaners on YouTube and around the world suggest you do or talk about or whatever. Right, so I've got wet on my scrub glove here. I'm just going to put the right size tool, the right type of technique for the right type of window I'm working on in the right place at the right time once, and I'm not going to be hindered, I'm not going to be limited like most other window cleaners working. I'm just going to get the job done with the highest quality, trying to get it done in the least amount of time without rushing, without skipping corners or making mess here, there and everywhere. So the alternative of working longer, harder, slower is you're going to get less results if you're going to work fast. So you're either going to work longer, harder, slower to try and achieve better results, like that window cleaner that I filmed the other day with his water-fed pole, or you're going to skip corners. How many times have you seen other people's work where there's just mistake after mistake? You guarantee they're going to be a fast window cleaner because they're skipping corners. I want to be quicker than fast. I want to be thorough first, effectiveness, and efficiently second. I perfected effectiveness over 10 years ago, so really all I'm concentrating on is being as efficient as possible. And literally no window cleaner really talks about it, and the reason why I got to where I am is because I did not compromise on anything that will slow me down or hinder my performance, and listen to all these people that say junk tools, junk information, junk this, junk that. Look, that is the hopelessness of most of these window cleaners. Their egos will never allow them to even contemplate and thinking of, I could become a much better performing window cleaner if I just stop doing what I'm doing right now. So hopefully you've enjoyed my video. It's not about me being the best, although you know it is, but not that it's not achievable. It is achievable. You just have to not compromise on anything that's going to hinder your performance. And last but not least, I've been told that I've been a lazy window cleaner by another YouTube window cleaner in the past. You know, with my eyes shut, I can clean these windows quicker than that window cleaner or any other window cleaner because I am not lazy. I wanted to focus on being the best I can be, not being better than this guy over here or that guy on YouTube. That's not important because they're never going to be on that level of the expertise and masterful sort of level that I'm working at. They're irrelevant. All you're focusing on is yourself. You're the owner, you're the operator, and if you want to box yourself into being limited and restricted, then well, that's what most window cleaners do. You know, I want to work less hard and I want to get much more work done with a high quality result. And if you want to say that that's being lazy, then you can say that, that's fine. There's no rules in window cleaning, but guaranteed that I'm going to be working on a much higher level all the time, and I'm always trying to achieve better results, better efficiency, time saving. And those other guys that bitch and complain, they're exactly the same now as they were 10 years ago.